What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take the R7 for a little spin this Sunday morning for breakfast, and we're going to talk about the number one thing that new riders do that they shouldn't. Let's go. Alright, before we get into today's video, if you are new around here and you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit the subscribe, the like, the share, the bell, the things that help me out. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for being here. And if you're from one of my other social media platforms, welcome. And now, today's video. Alright, so when we talk about the number one downfall of new riders and what is the number one thing that they can do incorrectly, or the trap that they can fall in, it obviously is going to be all encompassing because there's so many things, right? We can talk about so many things: lack of practice, group rides, riding at night, showing off, riding above their skill level, trying to match friends, falling into peer pressure, buying a bike that's too big, not comfortable, doesn't fit their lifestyle, all of these things, right? We can fit all of that in, and that obviously is part of the answer, because you could go down any one of those routes. The trouble is that all of that leads back to one core problem, right? One core thing: deciding that it's okay to go on a group ride when you're just starting on too big of a bike, whatever. Now, we could say that is ego, right? Ego has a lot to do with some of those decisions, thinking that you're better than you are. But the real word for it when it comes to motorcycles is overconfidence. Too many people have too much confidence in their abilities too quickly, and that leads to decisions that are made in haste, in that overconfidence, that relate to other things that don't seem too bad, that just seem harmless, right? That just seem like, well, it's no big deal if I X. It's no big deal if I take the bike out at 11 at night, even though I've been riding for a week. Being completely unaware and oblivious and naive to the fact that riding at night is a completely different thing. It is not the same as riding during the day when you have full visibility. It's not the same thing as riding on a back road versus riding in traffic, being on the highway, right? Like, all of these factors make it so that when you ride, it requires additional skill, additional experience, additional muscle memory, additional reactions, emergency maneuvers, things that you're going to need to do should a situation arise. And as a new rider, you don't have any of those. You don't have the experience, you don't have the awareness, you don't have the muscle memory. All of those things are just not there yet. They don't exist because you haven't built them. You haven't practiced. You haven't done it long enough. That's how muscle memory works. That's how gaining that experience works, right? And so there comes a mentality of overconfidence, and it has a lot to do with the others around you, friends that are riding, wanting to be a part of the community, right? That's why people do the group rides and all of these other things. And it has a lot to do with the people that you're surrounding yourself with. But overconfidence is the killer of all of that stuff, right? So you're way overconfident. You're going to get yourself into situations, into places that you have no business being, because you are starting out, you are learning, right? And that ultimately leads to, unfortunately, especially, again, we talk about it a lot of times, we talk about it a lot here, especially in young people, it leads to a lot of motorcycle accidents and fatalities. Ones that could absolutely be avoided if it were just for some proper learning, some proper skill, arc, all of that stuff. And that's really what's unfortunate, because, in a sport that's already very dangerous, we want to make sure that we're mitigating risk as much as possible. And simply just practicing and not riding above your means, not being overconfident, and choosing to do those things is a simple way to avoid all of it, right? So, how do we make sure that we're not being overconfident? Because that's ultimately the point of this. So if we're thinking about that, we're a new rider, and we say, oh, I want to do the group ride, I want to go take the bike out at night. How do we build up to that? Well, ask yourself, truthfully, are you there yet? Have you put in the time? Have you put in the required hours, and not just doing, and I talk about it a lot too, not just doing U-turns in a parking lot, right? That's great. You need to maneuver your bike slowly, you need to work on your mechanics, and all that does translate upwards. But how many hours do you have in traffic, reading patterns, reading drivers, their behaviors, right? Like, how much seat time do you actually have, and how confident can you actually say you are? Not overconfidence, right? Not letting your ego answer the question, but truthfully answering the question with your own safety in mind. And the more people do that, the safer they will be, and the longer they will go without getting into an accident or something worse, right? So ultimately, that's it. It's just this is just a quick chat, right? We're just chatting about overconfidence and what that actually looks like when it comes to new riders and how it can be avoided. If you have a new rider that is in your group that is learning, or somebody that wants to learn, encourage them to take it slow. Practice properly, build their confidence, build their skills, and get up and get out with the right amount of miles under them, and then have them join the groups, have them ride at night, all of those things that makes being a part of the bike community so awesome. Anyways, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. And obviously, until next time, be safe.